Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa man wala. It's okay. Look, I don't want you to take it in such, I don't want you to take it in a heavy way, in a sense, what school, and is that divisive necessarily? It should not be divisive necessarily. It is like, let's say in medicine, are you an allopathic physician or an osteopathic physician? So I would not be offended in a sense, and I wouldn't want you to be offended when people ask for that. Now, when would it be offensive? In the case that they're trying to belittle what you belong to, or saying intrinsically because I belong to the other school, or the other club, or the other tariqah, or the other thing, then I am better. These people who say these things, take them and throw them you know where. Out of your life. Because they're not important. It's insignificant then. That kind of talk is insignificant, right? But if it's asking you about what you practice and whether you think, the way you view the practice of the deen. What I'm saying is this, look. What am I holding now in my hand? A bottle of water. But if I ask you to draw the bottle of water from what you see, you will draw a bottle of water from your vision. And if I ask him to draw the bottle of water, he would draw a different aspect of the bottle of water. And if I ask Qari Sahib to draw the bottle of water, he would draw a different aspect of the bottle of water. But all four of you are looking at the bottle of water and imbibing from it. But you do see different things. Now, I want you to think the same thing about these four schools. These four schools are not the only four schools we had. We actually had more schools. Al-Bukhari himself had a school. Sufyan had a school. Abu Thawr had a school. Al-Awza'i had a school. Al-Tabari had a school. And many more. We had different schools. But what remained documented from 1,000 years, so 1,400 years ago until now, those four schools remain documented in a sense, in a good way up until now. And they're simply the view of everyone of the Quran and the Sunnah, if I may metaphorically put that. So it is a way of deduction, or it is a way of trying to understand what did the book and Sunnah actually want us to do. It is not in lieu of the book and the Sunnah, na'udhu billah. So the schools themselves are not complete and infallible within themselves per se. Complete in an exclusive way. No. This is the only haqq and everything else is batil. A'udhu billah. Alright? It's an attempt to understand what the book and the Sunnah said. And since Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah agree that those four schools are righteous in their approach in general, they don't say they're infallible or perfect, but they say that's the best thing we have closest to the Sunnah. So it is okay if somebody asks me, look, what fiqh do you view this issue in? I say Shafi'i, for example. You may say Hanafi. But again, when would it be offensive is when you would say, look, you're Shafi'i, that's terrible. Or you're Hanafi, oh man, you're not going to Jannah. So these things when it becomes a cult, when these schools, or whatever it is, whether it's schools of fiqh or school of tasawwuf, whatever it is, when they become a cult, run away. And run away as far as you can. Because that has nothing to do with the deen. The deen is not culture. The deen is inclusive, not exclusive. The deen is rahma lil alameen, not rahma lil mu'mineen only, or rahma lil muslimin only, or rahma only to my jama'ah and my group. That's not the deen. The deen is rahma lil alameen. So inshallah with that.